Hello, so now I'm going to demonstrate that the health kiosk with MHIS solution, and we also provide the lab assistant. So this is a scenario that we are going to show you. So first of all, we need to log into this system and set up for the time schedule for health checkup. You can easily to choose which period of time and just drag it to the schedule and it's done. Okay, so after that you will see the schedule will be in health kiosk. This is the health kiosk. So actually you can use this machine to measure any kind of a vital sign, just like blood pressure, blood oximeter. You can also use this machine to make an appointment for the health checkup. So you can choose which period of time, just like mornings, and then we will list the nearest hospital around your position. So you can choose one and make a submit. Then the appointment has been. So when we get back to the MHIS, so the health checkup staff or the doctor can log into the system to make sure who are going to do the health checkup. So let's log into the system first. Okay, so you will see the patient list. So here is the list that who are waiting for the health checkup. So this is the one we just make a appointment in health kiosk. So let's tick this patient. So you will see the patient's profile. You can check any kind of information, the the symptom or any kind of information, even the previous one history in this interface. So down here you will see the package already been selected, the health checkup package. So suppose this patient have to do this kind of a health checkup. So you can also add some more if the doctor think if there necessary one test they have to do, then they can also add it here. All right, so let's just pick one and then save. All right, so after that we will need to print out for the order sheet. This is the order sheet for the test. So actually a patient will bring this to the laboratory, and they will also, if it's a blood test, so they will get a tube of blood. So actually on the tube they also print out a number, a serial number for the tube. So and after that this tube will send it to the lab for processing. So actually this is the lab assistant. So first of all we will need to log into the system. And then you will come out the list for the waiting test today. This is list, so let's just choose one and make the test first. 选一个. So here you can see some of the information for the sample. So up here is the patient's profile, and down here is the some of the basic information for who submit this blood sample. So now we are going to give what kind of a test for this sample. So you need to scan the barcode first for this tube. Okay, let's just scan it. Alright, so here you see this number, the serial number of this tube, and this is the type. So we need to choose blood type, and this is the date when we receive this, and how many tube, the number, and we need to give it what kind of a test. So let's just choose this one, some test, and okay, add. And you will see this is, and here you will need to choose which tube and doing what kind of test down here. So you will see for this tube, you have to go through all these tests, and then we'll create. Okay, so let's find out this tube. And search. So this is tube awaiting for processing today. So let's pick one, the one we just registered. So up here is the profile, and down here is the tube information, and down here then you will see what kind of test you need to do. Okay, then we start to do the processing, right? 好，继续。可是现在不是就是要进。Right, so suppose this tube now we'll send it to the lab and prepare for processing. So we need to tick this one to make a check-in for this tube. Alright, and then we need to scan this tube. So now we confirm this tube already checked in and prepare for processing. Okay, now we are going to start doing the test to get the result. Okay, so here is the list waiting for processing. So let's find this tube. You can base on the time, or you can scan the serial number. So let's use the time first. Search. So you will see there are 3 tubes waiting for test. So let's choose the one we just entry. So here is the test. You can see different kind of element for different kind of test. So in case, for example, just like we finished the test and we need to entry. So you can have different kind of element type. Just like texting, you can have positive or negative, or you could be like a number or anything. So you can design what kind of data element and also the data type you are going to entry, and you can also set up the reference range. So this is just an example that how you can entry the data. And one more thing is that in the future you can combine with the machine linkage. So which means once you get into this page, the data will automatically to send it to here. So okay, so we finish this entry, then we just click submit. Alright, so it's done. So you can see down here, because we just render an entry sum of number, and we also set up the reference range. So if you see the red tag, which means the number suppose have abnormal, some abnormal in not in the in the reference range. So you just inform you need to check. Okay, so let's continue. So once we get the result, suppose we are going to get out the print out the report. So let's come out the report. Let's find this tube, and down here, okay, down here you see down here. So here you can see there's a output report. So let's let's download the report. So the report you can base on what kind of format you need. You can design by your own self, and this is just an example that how we. Here I want to show you one more thing is that you can customize your package for the testing. So just like here have a CBC test, and you can see in the CBC they have to do sort of the things, and you can define each of them any kind the type for the end result. Okay, let's just choose one. So here is some basic profile for the testing. So like this is this one, leukocytes. So down here is the machine is from the hematology, and down here you can set up the type. Can we choose this one? So although it's Chinese, but try to explain. You can base on the limit up upper limited, down limited. This is set up for the reference range. It could be the element, could be a testing, it could be an option, could be a image, or even a positive or negative sort of the thing. And you can also depends on the male or female to set up different kind of reference range. Okay. So you can see here, you can if like it's a range like from 10 to 50. You can choose right here, and you can also change this for the for the reference range. Let's get back to the OPD system. Suppose after finish the test, the result will come back to the OPD. So when the patient go to the OPD, okay, the doctor will see see the result for the lab test. So down here you will see this each time for the lab testing. So they can find a result here, and based on this result to do some of the diagnostic. So you can go up here, so back to the OPD information, and they can testing something right here, right? So after that, all the report and the feedback from the doctor supposed can be printed out like a report, and even more, it will send it to so this app. Is users app. So actually how they can check the report. So here is the view report. You can see the final result, and also the document can download it here. So we are not finished yet, but the scenario could be like this.